Please have a seat. If you could please state and spell your name.
Dolores, Delores. Pilnacek, Pilnacek.
Okay, you can move that darn microphone away.
I did it.
You look like you have a good voice, I can tell.
All right, good morning. Have you recently retired from the NYPD?
Yes.
When did you retire?
October 31st of 2014.
Before you retired, what precinct were you working in?
Brooklyn South. Narcotics.
How long did you work there?
Approximately 2 years.
What was your position that you retired as?
Narcotics sergeant.
Now, did there come a point during your career that you worked in the 79th precinct?
Yes.
And what did the 79th precinct cover?
Bedford-Stuyvesant.
How long did you work there?
About 16 years.
I'm going to direct your attention now to July 11th, 2002. At that point, were you working in the 79th precinct?
Yes.
Were you working on that day?
Yes.
So what time did you start working that day?
7:05 in the morning.
What time was your shift complete?
3:40 p.m.
Was that your regular shift?
Yes.
And what were you assigned to do that day?
Patrol.
Can you tell the jury just briefly what that means?
Driving around the neighborhood, look for crimes in progress, respond to 911 calls.
Were you alone that day or working with somebody else?
Working with a partner.
Who was that?
Officer David Arroyo.
Around 10 o'clock in the morning, can you tell us what happened?
We responded to a 911 call from a dispatcher of a calls for help at 66 Lexington Avenue.
What did you do after you got a call at that location?
We went to the location. The front door was opened. We went to enter the building. A male was trying to leave the building and walk by us. I asked him if he lived there or not. He then tried to push by me. He then threw narcotics on the floor. We placed him under arrest. The other officers that were responding to back us up came. We passed him along, as well as the narcotics to the other officers. Then we continued to go upstairs.
I'm just going to stop you for a moment. Just to be clear, that is when you first walked into the building of 66 Lexington Avenue?
Yes.
And what kind of building is 66 Lexington Avenue?
It's an apartment building.
So where within it did that occur?
That was on the first floor between the foyer and the first floor stairs.
What happened next?
Then we went to go upstairs. I wanted to find out who called, and I looked up and saw a man on the second floor calling us up with his hand. We then went upstairs where he was located. He then told us to follow him to the third floor. He pointed to apartment 3R, and he was making sound like, to be quiet. And I was like, what's going on? And he goes, shh, quiet. And then he went into the apartment and I listened to the door at 3, Robert, and I heard like a muffled, like a call for help.
Okay, I'm going to stop you for a moment. When you say that men went into his apartment, that was apartment 3R?
No, he was right across. It must have been like 3L or something. It was exactly across from the apartment that he directed us to. It was 2 apartments, one on the left and one on the right. So
when you were listening at the door that was to apartment 3R, the other apartment?
yes.
All right, what happened next?
When I heard the sounds, it sounded like somebody was in distress, so I knocked on the door. I said, police. And then I heard somebody, like running, like footsteps, like, trying to run. So I kicked the door in. As soon as I opened the door, as soon as the door was removed, I saw an open window in the kitchen, and I looked to my right and I saw a bedroom and a male on his stomach, hog-tied with electrical tape and some cord and sheets. So I ran over to him. It was scissors there. So we started to free him. And then the other officer was freeing him. I ran back into the kitchen. I peeked out the window. I saw a blue blanket on the first level of the fire escape, and I saw a male on the fire escape climbing down. So I ordered him to come up, and he's continuing to climb down. The officers, I told them to grab him. He then was apprehended by the officers that were on the ground.
All right, so just to back up for a moment. When you walked in, you said you saw a man that was hogtied. What did you mean by that?
There was electrical tape over his mouth, and his feet were tied to his hands behind his back.
And you said that there was a window opened to a fire escape, and you mentioned other officers? Where were the officers positioned?
They were out in the front.
Below the fire escape?
Yes.
Did you later learn the name of the man who was hogtied on the bed when you walked in?
Yes, Mr. Shakoor.
Do you remember the first name?
Yeah. Ashabudeen.
All right, well, first of all, I'll show you Government Exhibit 44, which is not an evidence, but I suspect there is no objection to this.
There is not.
All right, I'll offer it at this time, Your Honor. That's 44.
Okay, in evidence at this time.
Who does Government Exhibit 44 depict?
That's Mr. Ashabudeen Shakoor.
The gentleman that was tied?
Yes.
Did you learn the name of the man who was standing on the fire escape?
Yes.
Who was that?
Mark Cooks.
I'm going to show you Government Exhibit 33. Without objection, I think, Your Honor.
Without objection.
33 in evidence now also.
It's already in evidence.
Oh, it is. So, even better. Who is in Government Exhibit 33?
That's Mark Cooks.
The gentleman that was outside on the fire escape?
Yes, the fire escape.
Now, you said that you walked in. When you walked in and the window was open to the fire escape?
Yes.
Where was this Mark Cooks who was on the fire escape?
On the second floor.
Okay, I'm going to show you a series of pictures. I don't think there is an objection to these, Your Honor. I'll tell you the numbers.
What pictures?
It's 900Q, ILONM.
Do we need all of them?
Yes?
Well, let's see whether we do, because sometimes they seem to be repetitive and cumulative, and you overload the evidence in the case. You take a good look and see if we need all of those pictures.
I think we do, Your Honor. I spoke with the defense. There is not an objection.
There may not be, but I'll exercise supervisory callous here. You may not need more exhibits that you really need. They become cumulative.
All right, why don't I go one by one and we can do it that way? And if Your Honor feels it's too much, we'll...
You just use your good judgment.
Okay.
Just be mindful of the fact that we don't have to be duplicative or have cumulative things in evidence.
All right.
Go ahead.
So I'll start with 900L. What does that depict?
That's the front door of 3R, 66 Lexington.
And there is some damage to the bottom of the door. Can you tell us about that?
That's how I gained entry from kicking 900L.
900G?
That's the view to my right when I looked into the apartment, and the bed is where I saw him tied face down.
900K?
That's the bed that he was on, full view.
900I?
That's the view. As soon as you open the door, the front door, the kitchen, and that's the fire escape where he was last. You know, where we saw him.
All right. So we see there is a window that's opened, and beyond that is the fire escape?
Yes. That's the front view of 66 Lexington, showing the window and the fire escape.
All right. And you said that Mark Cooks was on the second floor?
Yes.
And the officers were waiting beneath?
Right.
Okay. Now, you mentioned that on the fire escape was a blue blanket?
Yes.
Did you do anything with regard to that blanket?
Yes.
So what did you do?
I vouchered it.
Well, initially when you saw it, did you go up to it?
Yeah, I took it. And underneath it was a firearm.
What type of firearm?
An AK-90.
What type of firearm?
That's a machine gun.
Was there anything else with that assault rifle and the blanket?
Yes. There was also an extra magazine for the weapon with 4 rounds in the magazine, and the other magazine had approximately 20, and there was 1 in the chamber.
So when you say the other magazine, that was the magazine that was in the gun itself?
Yes.
And 1 in the chamber of the actual gun?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to show you. Jimmy will show you. This is going to be Government Exhibit 901.
All right, so that's going to be an evidence. That's the rifle, right? Well, I don't think you have to open this up. You know it's the rifle, right?
I have to see the serial number.
What is it you want to ask her?
I want to ask her if it's the same serial number that you...
Is that the rifle?
Yes.
How do you know that?
The numbers on the gun, 65265, are the same ones that I saw that day.
All right, and that... Has the gun been made safe as you're holding it right now?
Yes.
So it's in a different condition than it was then?
Yes.
It was loaded then?
Yes.
It's not loaded now, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And it is altered so it will not fire?
Yes. There is a guard on it. That's what the lock is for.
Okay, you don't have to have it in front of you. You can take and thank you for making sure it's not loaded.
Maybe we can publish it to the jury.
The jury wants to see what the gun looks like? Hold it up briefly and let's move on. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And you said you recovered that as well as a magazine. I'll show you on the... Well, actually, I'll approach. Is that one of the magazines that you recovered?
Yes.
If you could just hold it up as well to show the jury.
Do we have an exhibit number?
We'll call that 901A.
You do have another item marked 901A in potential exhibits.
That's fine. We'll just replace it with this.
Okay.
Okay, 901A, Your Honor. We'll replace the exhibit on the exhibit list. And apart from the 2 magazines and the firearm, did you also recover duct tape and sheets that were on the bed that Mr. Shakoor was on?
Yeah. I recovered some duct tape, sheets, a wire, I believe, some kind of electrical cord.
All right, and are you familiar with Lafayette Gardens and your work in the 79th Precinct?
Yes.
Can you tell us how far away from Lafayette Gardens 66 Lexington is?
About 3 blocks. 3 or 4 blocks.
All right, I have no further questions.
No questions, Your Honor.
No questions.
Mr. Beecher, anybody else? All right, you may step down. Thank you very much.